Hello everybody. Ano po yung mga duties and responsibilities ng isang accredited pollution control officer? Ngayon, pag-usapan natin yung pangalawang duties and responsibilities ng isang accredited PCO. Base po yan sa Section 10 ng DNR Administrative Order 2014-02. Ano ba ang pangalawang duty ng isang pollution control officer? Kadalasan, tinatanong nila kung ano ba ang duty ng isang PCO. Madali ba yan? Mahirap ba yan? Naipaliwanag din natin yung unang duty at dito ngayon tayo sa pangalawa. Ang pangalawang duty ng isang pollution control officer, lalong-lalo yung mga accredited na ng DNR EMB, sabi dito sa item number 2, section 10 ng DAW 2014-02, I read and I quote, identify significant environmental aspects and impacts of the establishment's operational activities and recommend possible mitigating measures in the formulation or preparation and or review of the environmental management plan and contingency plan. So ito yung provision sa section 10 ng DAW 2014-02. And my interpretation here is kailangan ng isang pollution control officer to identify activities in the establishment at itong mga activities na ito kung papaano ito makaka-apekto sa ating pong environment. So every time you hear the word environment, ito ay tumutukoy doon sa land, air, and water. So tatlo yon. LAW, land, air, and water. So there are activities in our establishments na pwedeng makaapekto doon sa land, air, and water. So the PCO is tasked to identify these activities. So sometimes nagkakandak ng mga walkthrough inspections. Every now and then, ang PCO tinitingnan niya kung ano yung mga activities at ano yung pwede apekto. Sometimes hindi lang activity, sometimes technology na available at yung mga ginagamit na technology or equipment, pwedeng sa paggamit nito magkaroon ng impact sa environment. Sometimes yung mga processes involved, mga services offered, kung ano yung mga activities na nakapaloob doon sa mga services na yon sa paggamit ng technology or equipment o yung mismong natural conditions sa isang establishment. Ang PCO, once na ma-identify niya yung mga activities at yung possible impact sa environment, kailangan mag-recommenda siya ng effective, appropriate, mitigating or enhancement measures. Kadalasan sa isang accredited PCO, mayroon ng basis yan sa tinatawag na environmental management plan. All he or she has to do is to check or review the existing environmental management plan and contingency plan. At kung merong mga iba pang mga activities na hindi nakapaloob doon sa plan, kailangan niya itong i-update para sa proper management ng impact sa environment. So halimbawa, may mga pagkakataon na mayroon tayong mga generator set at itong generator set naman ay pwede itong source of air pollution. So when we have activities like operation of a generator set, pwedeng may negative impact ito sa ambient air quality o pwede rin sa noise level ng establishment. So kaya yung activity na to for operating generator set na ma-identify mo yung impact such as air pollution or noise pollution, dapat meron kang nakalagay dyan sa iyong environmental management plan or contingency plan na management measure or mitigating measure. Kung maganda yung impact, may enhancement measure. So for operating generator set that can contribute to air pollution or noise, pwede pong sabihin natin sa ating mga plano na we shall have a preventive maintenance of the generator set. Kung required sa ating mga ECC condition na mag-conduct ng ambient air quality monitoring through DNR accredited environmental laboratory to test the quality of the ambient air, mas magandang gawin. Kung wala man yung mga requirement na yan sa mga environmental compliance certificate, hindi nakalagay sa condition, it's our recommendation na pwedeng mag-conduct ng regular monitoring of the ambient air quality. Lalong-lalo kung sobrang laki ng equipment, like for example, 300 kilowatts capacity ng generator set and operating more than 200 hours in a year. Kailangan nang mag-conduct ng emission testing nitong klaseng generator set. Sino ang mag-act doon sa mga concern na yon? Persons involved are the project proponent, the pollution control officer, or the EHS manager. So ito yung simple environmental management plan. Kung pwede pang dagdagan nito, like yung budgetary requirements nito at yung mga strategic initiative on how to implement the management measures at yung mga performance indicator to check kung talagang ginagawa yung mga management measures. Like for operation of wastewater treatment plant, pwede maka-apekto itong ating operation and treatment system, treatment plant sa ating mga water bodies, including yung sa air at saka yung sa noise din. So kung pwedeng gawa natin ng management measure, regular monitoring of wastewater treatment plant, periodic sampling and analysis in collaboration with the accredited environmental laboratory. Now, ito ang mga duties and responsibilities ng isang accredited PCO sa item number 2 to identify activities and its impact to the environment. At mailagay ito sa ating environmental management plan. At kung meron sa ating na nagkakandak ng inspection, kasi hindi naman lahat ng time i-inform sa'yo, no? Sa isang PCO, hindi naman lahat ng time i-inform sa'yo ng iba't ibang department. So kaya kung meron kang ma-identify during walkthrough inspection, periodic inspection, at may na-identify kang activities, may na-identify kang bagong equipment or technology or bagong services offered na pwedeng may impact sa environment, new impact sa environment, kailangan mong ma-update ang ating environmental management plan and contingency plan. So yan lamang po ang ating item number 2, pangalawang duty and responsibility ng isang accredited PCO. At kung gusto mo pang malaman yung tungkol naman sa pangatlo na duty and responsibility ng isang pollution control officer, please subscribe to this channel, please share and like this video. Maraming salamat everyone at mabuhay tayong lahat.